we have House Committee on Basic Education and Culture Chairman Representative Romulo. Welcome to Morning Matters, Congressman.
Yes, good morning, Gretchen. Good morning to everyone listening and viewing this program.
So what do you make of that proposal of Senator Jingo Estrada wanting to scrap the K-12, the additional 2 years, kasi it has not delivered on its promises after 12 years?
Yeah. Actually, Gretchen, we welcome that because on the part of the House of Representatives, we have already passed on third and final reading our version of the proposed revision to K-12. If you recall, sometime in 2019, a former President, Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, already filed a similar measure in the House of Representatives. So since 2019 to until we passed it on third and final reading, we have been holding hearings on that, and now it has evolved. It is now called the Education Pathways Bill, and in the House, we have passed it on third and final reading. That is why we welcome any move from the Senate, because maybe at the right time, we will have a BICAM, so we can discuss this and
What
finally...
is in that bill?
In the bill that we passed in the House, what we are now asking is, first, we remove all the tracks and all the strands. Right now, currently under the K-12 program, after grade 10, a student will choose amongst 4 tracks, remember? It's academic, tech voc, arts, and of course, sports. In 2012-2013, when that law was passed, the promise was we would get about 40% for academics, 40% for tech voc, and 10% for sports, 10% for arts. Right now, barely 1% goes to sports, barely 2% goes to arts, and about the remaining 29% go to tech voc from a high of 36. Just to show that the program is not working. From a high of 36, now it's just 29% going to tech voc. And then the remaining all go to
Why don't
the
they
academic
want to
track.
go to? Bakit bumaba kaya yung numero na yun?
Well, because the promise in 2012, 2013 was you would be job ready for a job that will give you quality work. But that has also not happened. In fact, most of our tech voc graduates proceed to college. And the reason for that is even industry say they are not, they still prefer a college graduate or at least a second-year college graduate. That's reality. So you added 2 years with a promise for a quality job, and that never really happened in general. And I think the problem is even structural. Because what do we give? If you enter tech voc in DepEd, what national certificate do they give you? They give you what they call NC2. Under PQF, which is the Philippine Qualifications Framework, an NC2 means that that individual is skilled, but that individual would still need guidance. So how can you say that is job ready? In fact, I saw, they presented to me in EDCOM 2 and in the committee some studies saying that right now, it's improving. Many of our K-12 graduates in tech voc are getting jobs. But Gretchen, take a look at the jobs that they get. The jobs that they get, they could have gotten that even without the additional 2 years. If they had finished fourth year high school, they would have gotten the same work. In fact, there are some jobs that they got, which I feel they would have even gotten even if they had not finished fourth year high school. So the 2 years for me was really a waste of time. So in that sense, I agree with what Senator Jingo is saying. But then I'm happy that now they finally have a bill because from the House, we've already passed that on third and final reading.
So Education Pathways Bill is also calling to scrap the K-12 system?
That was the original bill, but what we did was we already revised it. So after grade 10, the no more tracks, no more strands. A learner who wishes to go to college will have to go to grades 11 and 12. So that we still, as they were telling us that we still need that globally. So you still go to 11 and 12.
Para
but,
pareho.
Para pareho, may K-12 ka pa rin. But Our proposal is that scrap the strands, no more strands. Right now, Gretchen, there are certain courses in college that if you did not take the right strand, you will take bridging programs. Your college life will even be extended. And there are even local universities and colleges which don't accept certain graduates from K-12 academic track if in certain programs, if the strand you chose is not aligned. So effectively, after grade 10, a learner should have made the decision already, which I think is unfair. Because that would be about 16, 17 years old.
Actually, yung
So
inisip
that
ko,
is
sabi ko,
unfair.
as a young person, I mean, like even I just found out what I wanted to do after I graduated
Exactly.
from college.
Exactly.
Not even in high
Exactly the
school, I
point.
wanted to be everything.
Yes. So in this case, either they will not allow you in that program because you did not choose the right strand, or you will have bridging programs. So we lengthened the basic education by adding grades 11 and 12, and in certain programs, because of the bridging programs, you also lengthen the college years. And then what do we offer after that? So that is the problem. So what we're saying, take away the strands, academic, and then right now it's 31 core subjects. 15, I think, of core subjects, 16 electives, which are all mandatory. So 31 mandatory. What we're saying, let's do away with that. That's too congested, too much subjects. Our advice is simply to take a look at the GE subjects in first-year college. The GE subjects are those that are taken by all students who will pass through first-year college. In EdCom 2, we found out there were 8. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I had a hearing 3 Mondays ago, in the House, and we asked CHED to confirm if it's really 8 GE subjects. They came back a week later, a Wednesday, saying, yes, it's 8. And this is where some of the, I think we were talking about earlier, that there was
Kasama doon ang ethics.
miscommunication.
Kasama doon ang ethics sa GE subject.
Because there are 8 remaining GE subjects in college. According to CHED and DepEd, they are in discussions on that 8. 3 of the 8, according to CHED and DepEd, are actually already found in DepEd or curriculum already. Like one, contemporary history. We have Araling Panlipunan already, and we will enhance that, in fact. Secondly, arts. We already also have arts in K-12. And the third one was the more controversial one, ethics. Because the interpretation there was that ethics already is being taught, because we also had a new law, remember, in the last Congress, the GMRC law, wherein we returned good manners and right conduct as a subject from grades 1 to 6 and 7 to 12 values education. So when they talk, from their point of view, ethics already is covered by the GMRC law. So from K to 12, meron na tayong ethics.
Although as somebody who took up ethics in
Yes.
college, I would say that the discernment level is different when you take it up when you're older. And pag sinabi nating ethics, medyo malayo siyang diskusyon sa good manners and right conduct, because yung ethics actually explores systems. It helps you think about morality. It helps you discern kung ano yung nandyan na, para you can move out of it to think of something better when you graduate.
And I have no problem with that, Gretchen. But again,
But so to move it from college and to
Yes.
bring it to senior high school or high school, isn't that a dilution of what the
Yes.
goal was supposed to be?
first of all, it's a proposal.
Oo.
Secondly, again, it's covered from grades 1 to 12. So hindi ba is it not possible to be able to put some of the competencies which you just discussed now in grades 11 or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Is that not possible? Again, if that is not possible, if that is the decision by the technical panels, again, we will respect that. Because our proposal, in fact, in the House was this simple. Instead of the 15 core subjects, let's take a look at the 8 subjects. The 8 subjects, let's just copy that. My proposal, in fact, was 4 G subjects in grade 11, 4 in grade 12. If you pass that, those are college subjects, then you proceed to college. Yung iba electives na lang.
Oo.
When you get to college,
But why-
when you get to college, you
Oo.
can take an advanced placement exam. So I'm in the proposal of the House, we're not even removing it. We're just saying, allow the student to have an advanced placement. If they pass that, credit the 8 subjects or a number of that for you to credit the 8 subjects if they pass your APE when they reach college. But the proposal of what was laid in the committee that Wednesday was, of the 3, covered na yan. So the 5, they'll bring it down. Sa grade 11 lang. First sem and second sem,
Anong
5.
itong tatlong subject? Ano po ito?
Yung tatlo na ethics,
Yung tatlo na sinabi.
yes,
Oo.
araling world contemporary history and arts.
Yung 5 po, ano po yung 5?
Yung 5, iba-iba rin ano, I can't recall exactly the 5. But yung 5, ibababa sa 11. And then grade 12, electives na lang. So that is why, sinasabi namin, last Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays ago, we were telling them, then our bill, the one we passed on 3rd reading, in fact, has another component, Gretchen, which after grade 10, we said that maybe we should allow the students to take what we call an honors exam. If you pass that honors exam, you're exempted from grades 11 and 12. You can go straight to first-year college. We did not remove K-12, but for those students who studied hard, K-10, and who can already pass and manage college courses, we should allow them. And my reason is simple. For a family that is well off, rich, you can study for 20 years and you will eat every day. But for most Filipino families, they need quality education and quality jobs at the soonest possible time. They don't have the luxury of well-off families that they can study for life. They have to get quality as soon as possible time, get a quality job after college, and then they will be able to help themselves and help their families. That is the reason why I say after grade 10, let's have an honors exam. It's an optional thing. You don't have to take it. You can still take 11 and 12 if you want to. But if you've studied hard K-10, you need to help your family as soon as possible time. Let's give that, that's not different. Come on, we have, even in other jurisdictions, there's acceleration. I mean,
Correct.
it's not a new concept. So, but in our case, because of the need, I think that's our proposal in that bill that we passed. But after that hearing on Wednesday, if after grade 11 it's all electives, then let's provide an exit pathway to college after grade 11. And then if we are able to 8 subjects yan, di ba, Gretchen? Or let's take ethics away. Let's retain ethics in college. 7 subjects. That's 3 units each, I asked them. That's 21 units. That's a whole sem. So if we're able to cut a pathway after grade 11, and then for college, we take away 7 GE subjects, then that's a whole sem in college. And that's, some people are telling me, but Congressman Romulo, we have free college education. But tuition fee is the smallest component of the cost of any learner passing through college. The more expensive component is the things he or she needs every day. Food, books, dorm, and that's expensive. Transportation.
Opportunity cost.
So, opportunity cost, exactly. So, 1 sem is 1 sem. In fact, after this, I also intend, entering the 20th Congress, I intend also to take a look at those GE subjects which was legislated by Congress, which is inside the curriculum, because there's a law saying you must teach this. I think it's high time also we take a look at these subjects, because we also, again, all these electives we're not removing. That can still be, but it's an optional thing. It's an elective.
What do you think of what DepEd is doing now, trying to decongest the curriculum? Na yung matatag curriculum is meant to do that.
Yes.
But now, there's a proposal dun sa senior high school. They're piloting it to from 33, I think, to 5
Exactly.
core subjects.
Yes.
Hindi ba sobrang sobrang decongested naman. Kasi meron ako nakausap dito, sabi, kaka-decongest na natin, magdi-decongest na naman tayo, ano pa matututunan ng mga bata? What do you think about where the DepEd
I
is
want to
heading?
face that person who told you that because first of all, the Matatag curriculum has not been implemented wholly.
No, but
It
actually,
was piloted and that's only
Correct.
grades 1 to 3.
Hindi, ang sabi niya, hindi
And-
pa nga tayo nakakakita ng resulta dun sa mga decongestion.
Because nothing has
Wala
been
pa.
done yet.
Oo.
The only thing that was decongested was the 15,000 plus competencies at the start, at the proposed competencies from K to 12. Secretary Ling Briones came up with what she called the most essential the most essential learning competencies. She reduced the 15,000 plus to 5,000 plus. What I've been saying since the 19th Congress, it's the subjects that you have to also reduce, and the FLEMS proves that.
Yeah.
I think that's a conservative estimate. 19 million are not functionally literate from 10 to 64. 19 million. And Gretchen, I think that's going...
Where do you peg the real number to be?
Well, it's scattered from 10 to 64. But we also have an answer already for those graduated, past their age of schooling already. But let's fix first, let's decongest. Functional literacy is the problem. And Gretchen, I always say this. People always talk about critical thinking. I mean, that's a big word. But before you get to critical thinking, you must have functional literacy. You must know how to read and comprehend what you are reading. If we have 19 million who don't have functional literacy, hindi ba tama na muna yung critical thinking? And critical thinking will necessarily follow. Once an individual can read and comprehend, yun yung pinaka-basic eh. And our own PSA is telling us, we don't, again, let's not also just rely on PSA. Let's remember the PISA exam, the TIMS exam, the SEA-PLM exam, all international assessments, which ranked us pretty low.
Don't you want to give the decongestion its way first?
Yes, but let's do it
hayaan
first.
muna natin
But we haven't done it.
Full implementation.
Yes, that's why let's do it now.
Oo.
The Matatag curriculum decongestion will happen from grades 1 to 3. 1 to 3 po yun.
Oo.
Hindi yun from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Kasi
11.
phased implementation.
Yes,
di
1
ba?
to 3 lang yan. We will limit it to 5, 5, 6. 5 subjects in grades 1 and 2, 6 in grade 3 because you add science. The focus will be reading comprehension, mathematics, grade level appropriate. GMRC will be there. And of course, science when you get to grade 3. Yun lang eh. Let's get to the basics first, grades 1 to 3. But the problem is beyond 1 to 3. We know because of our NAT exams, the National Achievement Test. We measure our students with a NAT exam. They tell us that's not reliable, but that's the only thing we have from DepEd. We're not faring that well in the NAT exam itself. So that covers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what do? We pilot first, Matatag in 1 to 3 and bahala na si 4. No. I agree with reforming the senior high school now. We have to...
Ngayon na.
Well,
Sabay-sabay
hindi naman pwede
na
now.
implementation.
Pero hindi naman mangyayari this academic calendar because it's too late in the day. This will really be for next year pa. What DepEd is proposing, the 800 schools, that is merely piloting it. You have to remember we have 47,000 schools, DepEd schools. So 800 lang yan. Pilot lang yan.
Yeah.
So that's...
It will take us some time. Somebody said also on the show that it takes about 5 years to know the effectivity of a program. Kasi doon mo makikita talaga, no? Kung...
Yeah, but Gretchen, we are going back to the basics, reading comprehension.
Totoo.
So, I don't see what the problem is with that. Honestly, Gretchen, someone told me that
sabihin
also.
ko, bigyan muna natin ng pagkakataon na mag-roll out
Yes,
ito. Di ba?
roll out natin to. Yes, I agree that.
The bill wants to get rid of the strands, right?
But all the strands will really, under the proposal of DepEd, they will also remove the strands. Because we are limiting it already. We are also limiting the learner after grade 10 from programs or courses in college. Because if he or she does not choose the right strand, may bridging program siya.
So keep the K-12 but give students
Exit.
many more options and exit points.
That's it.
That is the
That's our proposal. But we're happy with the bill of because finally maybe they can pass that. We can have a BICAM and we can discuss it.
So was the, what was the problem with the law to begin with?
I think
Bakit nagkagulo-gulo na tayo?
Yes.
I mean, from the original proposal and intent, were we not ready? Were people right in their assessment that our Philippine education system was not ready? I mean, in hindsight.
yes, I think we should have. Honestly, in 2015, I was one of those who said that K-12 is a good program, but we have to do it. We have to face it in. It should not have been implemented K-12 from K-12 immediately. There should have been some phasing in so that we can adjust. Because the problem really, Gretchen, was even grades 11 and 12. At that point in time, 2015, 2014, they actually did not know what subjects to introduce in. They did not know. They did not even have the
handa.
teachers.
Oo.
They did not have the classrooms. In fact, Gretchen, if someone, the shortage of 165,000 classrooms now, a large part of that was brought about by the non-preparation in 2013 to 2016. They did not build schools. What they did, not enough schools, not enough building. What they did next was they asked the colleges, you can have a senior high school, standalone, so that your teachers can also help us out. We will give you vouchers. What happened now? We found out that there were allegedly ghost senior high school vouchers. I mean,
Maraming mga butas.
Oh yes, the details they did not plan well.
Well, what about free college education? I mean, do you
Yes.
agree with that? I mean, that's a whole another discussion.
Yes,
Because it has also caused the closing of many private
Yes.
colleges and universities, right?
more than that, Gretchen. Actually, in EdCom 2, we already had a preliminary study which showed that the target of free college education should have been, is really those who have less in life. But the preliminary study shows that many of the 4-piece beneficiaries who enrolled in SUCs actually were not able to finish. Because free college tuition is a small component of everything. In fact, I already had a law before that, the Unifast law, which already provided for free college education. But it would only be available for families belonging to the middle class going down. If you can afford, you cannot be qualified for. In UP now, there are a lot of vehicles. Parking lot is a problem. I mean, sayang di ba?
Maraming salamat for weighing in on with us, for helping us understand the root of the problem that has nagbuhol-buhol na itong problema sa edukasyon. But sabi ko nga kanina, it's good that these figures are actually coming out for us to address the real problem. That was House Committee on Basic Education and Culture Chairman Representative Romulo.